Okay, am I back?
No,
Hello, am I back?
not on mine, you're not.
Can anybody see me?
Oh, now I can see you.
All right, can you see me now?
Yes, I can see you now.
Ugh, I don't know what the heck happened. I wasn't seeing anything different here. I don't know why it did that. Ugh, all right, we got through our roll call pretty much. So let me go on with what I was going to talk about tonight. When I load these graphics into this, they can see it. Uh, so they probably don't like what I'm going to talk about tonight. So
Tell them if you get cut off, we'll go live.
I'm gonna go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. I had a couple of other things I was going to bring out, but let me just go ahead and get into it in case I'm shut down again. If it does go off again, I'm just going to go directly to YouTube and I'll click on the live on YouTube instead of through this software. So you guys might be able to get it that way. But uh, let's just go and get into the fun part. What's going on, Ord? It's good to see you, buddy. As you all know, the liberals are trying to say, I shouldn't say liberals, I should say leftists, are trying to say that the assassin that took out Charlie Kirk was a member of the MAGA crowd. Well, we know better than that. I mean, that's what got, everybody knows better than that. That's what got Estrogen Jimmy kicked off ABC last night. Uh, there were over 300 local ABC affiliates that just said, no, we're not going to carry this. We're done with him. So Disney didn't have any choice, basically. They had to just go on and get rid of him for now. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come back crying and apologizing because he's a sniveling asswipe that'll do anything he can to try to make sure he's still, the center of attention. So he might not be gone for good. But when he did that, when he tried to blame that assassination on Trump supporters, those channels just said, nope, we're done. And Disney, hey, that is the greediest bunch of sons of bitches on the planet. And they realized without those 300 and something television stations, they were going to lose money if they kept him on the air. So that's why they got rid of him. And thank goodness they got rid of him. But like I said, don't be surprised if he doesn't come back. But the liberal media is still pushing the fact that, they're trying to blame it on everything other than themselves. And they are the ones that caused this problem. They can't actually come out and say, well, we were wrong in the past. We shouldn't have done that because they're vested into their violence that they created. And they're not actually, they don't have the, I guess you would say, the gumption to stand up and be honest and take the blame for what they created. So they're still trying to stir it up. Ain't no big, it don't surprise me one bit. It really don't. And it's not just them. The politicians are still doing it, which is ridiculous. Now they're all jumping out there. Oh, well, we got to stop the political violence. They're the ones with the blood on their hands. They're trying to say it's both sides. I don't know if you saw what Greg Gutfeld went off on Jessica Tarloff the other day when she tried to say that. But if you hadn't seen that video clip, you need to watch it because she tried to say that on the five on their show, and boy, he tore into her like, I mean, he just no, he just had enough. And right now she's not really suspended. She's just on leave from Fox. They haven't decided what they're going to do with her yet. But it looks to me like a lot of these big corporations are getting tired of all of this crap. If you'll remember, I said back probably about a year and a half ago, I said they're going to keep pushing this stuff to the limit. They're going to push it so far, people are going to start actively retaliating. And that's where we are now. Now, I don't know if you remember an old movie with Jimmy Stewart in it from back in the day, called Shenandoah. It's about a farmer during the Civil War years that lived in the Shenandoah Valley, where there was a lot of fighting going on back during the Civil War in that area, and both sides were coming at him, wanting him to, be a part of the war. They were wanting him to take sides, and he was the guy just saying, "Hey, no, leave me alone. I don't want no part of this." And they kept pushing and they kept pushing, and then finally they pushed too far, and he got involved, and both sides were sorry when that happened. Great movie. You need to watch it. Now this is where the left is pushing people nowadays. You guys know I don't like to talk politics. It's a waste of time. But now they're putting it right in our face, and we have to deal with it. They changed the rules of engagement when they started taking out civilians. Okay. People say that the Charlie Kirk assassination was political. He wasn't a politician. And he wasn't just, boom, 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 solid, super conservative about everything. He would debate with people and talk with them no matter what their topic was. And he was respectful. He never got to the point where he called names, which was done to him thousands of times. He just wanted to talk, and they took him out for it. And that poor guy, that insurance guy that was taken out last year in New York, a leftist took him out because they didn't like the way insurance companies were operating. And every day, especially out of Portland, I saw a report that I think it was last Friday, where the Antifa and some conservative groups, they just kind of went at it right there in the city street. They're pushing this thing on us. They won't let us go about our business and live our lives because we don't agree with them. And this words are violence stuff. That started with them two Obama guys in the White House. They're the ones that started that shit. And that's why all of these young people think if they don't agree with what you say, they have the right to attack you. They've been told that for over a decade now. 15 years, I guess. They think they're justified in attacking you if you just don't agree with them. Well, they've pushed it too far. It's coming to a head, and they're not going to like it. It's going to be just like Charlie Anderson and Shenandoah. Okay, you want me to fight? I'm going to fight. Now, it's up to you and me and everybody else out here. If you want to hide your face, lay low, and just be afraid, that's totally up to you. A lot of people they just not cut out to stand up and be honest about who they are and what they believe in. I understand that. So if that's the route you want to go, then you go that way. But when they're getting so crazy that they are attacking people in the street, they're murdering people that don't agree with them, they're making us do something about it. They're not going to like it. And they won't stop talking. The left is saying, well, we want to, everybody needs to cut down on the rhetoric. Well, guess what? Teachers union, they're not cutting down on it. This crazy bimbo just yesterday went out and did an interview, gave a speech, said conservatives are fascists and Nazis. And she's not the only one. I've seen people in the halls of the Capitol saying the same thing, still promoting violence. And they just won't quit. Sorry, guys, I'm having to look over here because I had to reload everything. But, you just got to keep an eye on what's going on around you. Because it ain't getting any better, even though they want to say that it is. No, it's not. It's that simple. Here's a post I saw on Facebook yesterday. Look at that. Far-right assholes have a target on their back and deserve to die. One down, millions to go. They're not going to stop. They don't know how to stop. They're not smart enough to think for themselves and do the right thing. They have to listen to the media. And who's that guy on Fox yesterday? Kilmeade. Brian Kilmeade on Fox yesterday saying, well, these people don't know any better. It's not their fault. They don't know any better. They only get their news from MSNBC or, TikTok or, CNN. Well, yeah, it is their fault. We live in an information age like none ever in the history of the world. I double check everything. When somebody comes out with something like that's important, I double check it and I triple check it. So these people that don't know any better are being willfully stupid. The problem is they might come after you over it. They might come after me over it. There might be some nut job run across my YouTube channel and see something like this right here tonight and decide, well, I'm going to take that guy out or I'm going to shut him up or whatever. Well, you're not going to scare me. It don't matter. Oh, come on. I've been fighting my whole damn life, somebody. And I mean serious fighting too. Shooting, stabbing, whatever. I'm not some sheep that you're going to just be able to walk up and take out. That's not going to happen. So, thank goodness some of the media, not the liberal media, because like I said, they cannot admit they're part of the problem. But these people that canceled the show last night, thank goodness people are finally standing up. I don't know if Disney fired him just because of that. I think it was actually because they were losing money. He was actually getting less viewers than Colbert and losing money every year. So I think Disney just used this as an excuse. I don't blame them. Take it. Take that excuse. Gives you an out. But it's not like I'm all one-sided here, guys. Now, what I'm going to show you might piss some people off. But this made the situation worse. Right here. When the president decided he was going to designate Antifa a terrorist group, all that's going to do is piss them off even worse. Now, there are people that say he did this so they can investigate, who's supporting all of these riots that they start and stuff like that to try to get to the money people. Well, they could have done that before he did that. They already know who's doing it. They're not going to do anything to those people because those people support political candidates. That's all smoke and mirrors. All that is stirring the pot a little more. Because those people are crazy already. Now, there are folks that say, well, whenever these, they have a riot somewhere, then federal troops can go in and take them out since they're a terrorist group. Well, they could have done that before, too. It's called the National Guard. All you have to do is go take them out anytime they start that crap. This is just smoke and mirrors. It's going to stir up a problem and going to piss a lot of people off. And me and you are going to get caught in the crossfire. Now, thank goodness I live in an area where this kind of thing don't happen much. But if you do, you need to keep your head on a swivel. You need to be ready all the time and have what you need to protect yourself when you go out in public. Don't go outside the house without it right now, especially. They have finally pushed this thing to the point where, like what you see behind me can happen to any of us. It's that simple. Excuse me, guys. This is for you. And like I said, it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. The media keeps piling on. The weak-minded idiots are still out there. But with what happened last week, there was some good that came out of it. I'm sure you've heard. If you haven't, I'll be glad to tell you. Church attendance shot through the roof this past weekend, all across the country. And that's a great thing right there. Also, let me bring this one up too. Bible sales. Come on up. Bingo. There we go. Bible sales have gone up. They skyrocketed. And these are the two main reasons why, according to Christian Broadcast Network. And that's a good thing. thank goodness, young people and more people, in their 30s and 40s are starting to go to church and read the Bible and do the things they should do because they see what's happening to our society. It's not going to last much longer. I had a couple other things I was going to show you. Looks like they didn't reload when I came back up. I can't talk about them. Dadgummit. Did all that work for nothing.
Can't tell them what it was.
It's all gone. But they really weren't related to this. They were other topics. But I wanted to just go on and get into the meat of this thing in case I mysteriously drop off again.
That was weird.
Imagine that. But like I said, when I load these graphics in, they can see the algorithms can see what they are because they're titled on my end. I have to title them. So they know what I'm going to talk about. But if you guys aren't ready, get ready because they're pushing it. I just saw lightning in that window over there. Hopefully Tucker's asleep. But like I said, they're pushing it on us. They're not going to let us sit on the sidelines. And they might just, you never know. You might be in a restaurant somewhere and some nut walks in and decides he's going to take everybody out. Hopefully that won't happen. But if it does happen, you should be ready because right now our country is primed for it. Now I know in the bigger cities, Los Angeles, New York, Portland, Oregon, places like that, there's already problems with these people, but it's only going to get worse. Hopefully you'll never get caught in the middle of it. But if you do, you should have something to make sure you can at least get the hell out of there. Okay? That's another thing. Whenever you go out, whenever you go to a restaurant or a theater, or if you just go to Walmart, make sure you know other exits, not the one you came in, because it's just like human nature. If things go bad, you'll go back to where you came in, and that might be the worst thing you can do. I'll never forget, I was in the Walmart over here in Castleberry one day, and the fire alarm went off, and I was back by the meat department. Well, the doors that go back and out the back of the store, I went out that way. When I came back in, the guy stopped me. Hey, what are you doing? You can't come in this way. Yes, I can. I went out this way. When the fire alarm went off, I went out this way. He said, well, you're going to have to go back around and come in the main. I said, get the manager right now. Get the manager or just let me walk out through that door right there and get my shopping cart and go about my business. He just kind of stepped back.
Why would you not go out if they think there's a fire alarm?
Well,
common sense.
They didn't see me going out. They just saw me coming in. Yeah. I was coming in a door I wasn't supposed to. And he tried to stop me from coming back in. My shopping cart was right outside those double doors, right by the meat department. So that's the way I went back in.
Pauline Parker just popped in.
All right.
Hey, Pauline.
Hey, Pauline. We haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for being here. All right. But keep your eyes open, guys. Watch what's going on. Right now is not a time to drop the ball. And it's not about politics. It's about survival. And it's about being prepared for what might happen to you. I don't care about anybody's politics. If a fight breaks out or somebody starts shooting, I don't give a damn about their politics. I'm worried about me, my survival. And that's the way you got to look at it. But if you let them stop you from talking, if you let them make you hide your face, then you're doing exactly what the left wants you to do. Like I said, not a lot of people are cut out to ride that bull. They just don't have what it takes to do it. It's not hard. All you have to do is do it 2 or 3 times. I'll never forget the first time I stood up to the chief of police and said, hell no, I ain't doing that. I'll fire you. Yeah, and I'll hire an attorney and we'd be over on 8th Avenue in federal court. But I've been that way my whole life. I've always been one to buck the system when something's not right and not ashamed of it. They killed the rest of my show, so I think I'm pretty much done here. Let me see what I got going here. Let's see if any of it's here. Let me go over my files here. No, it's all gone. All right. Well, I got my main point across. Hopefully it'll help you guys stay aware. Okay. I didn't see PAEMT here tonight, but we're going to have a change in when we do our drawings, we're going to have a little change because shipping has gone through the roof. When I sent him that radio the other day, just that little radio, and it's in a box like this, $20 to ship it to Pennsylvania. So what we're going to do when we do a giveaway, we're going to give away gift cards. If I want to give away radios, then I'm going to give you a gift card, send you a gift card that'll have enough money on it to cover those radios. What does it cost to mail an envelope now? $8?
Well, if you have the link on Amazon, you can send them an Amazon gift card and they can just redeem it.
Yeah, or I can email it to you directly, and
It's even easier.
you can reimburse it. I can send it to you in an email, and the money will be there for you.
Plus, Amazon's going to start charging us shipping.
Yeah.
First of the month.
That's another thing. First of the month, Amazon is going to start charging shipping on anything you order unless it comes directly to your address. If I buy something and I send it to you, I have to pay shipping on it. That's just something new they got
So
going.
if we do the gift card route, everybody wins.
Yeah. If we just give you a gift card, then I don't have to pay shipping, and you can actually, if you don't want to buy radios or a solar generator or whatever, you can use it for whatever you want to. How's that? Yep, it is higher than a cat's back.
I've never heard that term before.
That's a
Higher
damn
cat's
fact.
back.
Yeah. Well, the way we used to say it's higher than a camel's ass, but you're keeping it clean. I understand that. Pennsylvania bus has tariffs, maybe. Yeah, it might be up there.
Yeah.
Hank Palma made it. Yeah, there we go. Gift card for some apple juice. Hey, I can send you a gift card for anything. If you win a contest, if you say I want to buy apple juice, and I can buy a gift card, it'll probably take care of that for you. What we got here? Can you use Rumble to do your live stream? No, Rumble is a pain in the butt to try to do a live stream. It's not just a matter of, clicking a few buttons, your mouse a couple of times and coming up. Their process is so complicated. And I was doing videos over there for a while. I guess I probably haven't posted one in a year. But I put several videos up over there on Rumble, and I think the most views I got was 16. So I just said, hey, what's the use? So I quit doing that. But hey, they're just going to have to try to stay here so I can touch as many people as I can. That sounded kind of perverted, doesn't it?
Think it through.
Everything is money-making business now. It's ridiculous. Hey, America is money. You remember the last time the whole world supported the United States was when the World Trade Center was attacked. And that's because pretty much every country in the world had businesses in that complex. They were doing business in that complex. Money, 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 money. They attacked the money. That's what it's all about, boys and girls. We got to remember that. Don't matter how much good or how much bad it is. It's about the money. It's that simple. All right, Philip Dixon made it late, but hey, go back and watch a replay. I'd appreciate it. Dropped a couple of points you might want to hear, but they tried to stop me. They couldn't do it.
Tell them to keep watching when it goes dead.
Yeah. When you're watching it and it goes away, just keep watching it. I'll eventually come back. So. All right, I'm gonna get out of here and watch the rest of that college football game up there. It's that joyous time of year for me. You guys know I love my college football, and there's a game on tonight. I hope it's a good one. But hey, keep your head on the swivel, guys. Carry your little buddy with you wherever you go. Don't leave home without it. It's that simple. But all of this tragedy we had last week, there was some good that came out of it. Thank goodness. but don't let them silence you. Don't let them make you hide. If you do, they win. It's that simple. So with that, I'm going to say stay strong and keep prepping, y'all. Pray for the United States.
And no falling down.
I love you. Don't fall down. Love every one of you. Thank you for being here tonight. The Orlando Prepper is out.